The GOAT just fired shots, and no one saw it coming. Kendrick thought he owned the stage, but Lil Wayne ain't impressed. Weak bars, lame energy, and now Wayne's ready to bury him with a diss track that'll shake the industry. Is this the start of a new rap war? Or is Kendrick about to take the biggest L of his career? This ain't just talk, it's a rap massacre in the making. Stay tuned. Squeezy F Baby, and don't forget the baby! Lil Wayne has made it clear that he is 100% Team Drake in the heated beef shaking up Hollywood. Yes, we're talking about the ongoing drama between Drake and his longtime rival, Kendrick Lamar, K.Dot. At first, Lil Wayne stayed out of the mess since it didn't directly involve him. Plus, Drake was once his protégé. However, he got pulled into the situation when Jay-Z made the shocking call to have Kendrick perform at the Superbowl, right in Lil Wayne's hometown of New Orleans. That move set Wayne off, pushing him to back Drake while taking shots at both Kendrick and Jay-Z. Many thought the drama would settle after the Super Bowl, but things only got messier. But it looks like that's not happening anytime soon, because not only did Lil Wayne just clown Kendrick's performance, calling it the worst halftime show ever, but he also announced a diss track aimed at Kendrick. Oof, that's a bold move, but it seems like he's ready to take it all the way there. Now, let's get one thing straight. Many people assume Wayne is doing this because he's deeply invested in Drake and feels offended by Kendrick's long-running disses. And honestly, it's not a wild assumption. After all, Lil Wayne was the one who put both Drake and Nicki Minaj on the map. He was their mentor, but while Nicki was the queen, Drake was his golden boy, and Wayne was the boss. Together, they were unstoppable, dominating the charts and making serious money moves. But tension started to rise between Lil Wayne and Drake, and it wasn't about music, it was about a woman. Here's how it went down. While Wayne was behind bars serving time, he expected his crew to hold things down on the outside and keep everything in check. But things took an unexpected turn when he found out that his protege, Drake, had gotten a little too close to Wayne's girlfriend, Tammy Terez. Yes, Drake, the same artist who built his image around loyalty and trust. Allegedly, Drake got involved with Wayne's girl while he was serving his sentence. It was a serious betrayal, and when Wayne found out, he was furious. And honestly, who could blame him? Being locked up and hearing that your own protege was getting close to your girl is a harsh reality to face. Wayne didn't hold back his feelings either. He made it clear, saying, "This is the type of stuff a man never wants to find out when he's locked up." Or maybe, because only God knows what I would have done if I wasn't locked up right now. Finding out that she and Drake, that was the absolute worst thing I could have ever found out as a man. Honestly, that hurt. Not because it was Drake, but because it could have been any man, and it would have hurt the same. This wasn't just some petty argument. It was the moment Young Money's carefully crafted image of being a tight-knit family began to crack. Drake's actions sent shockwaves through the crew, leaving everyone questioning his loyalty. Was he really committed to the team, or was he only in it for himself? The trust that once held them together was now hanging by a thread. But the fallout from this betrayal was explosive. Wayne and Drake's relationship took a major hit, and the tension between them became impossible to ignore. You could hear it in their music, see it in their interviews, and even notice it in their social media interactions. The once close friendship, where they constantly praised each other and posted smiling group photos, had quickly faded. So, yeah, Lil Wayne speaking out against Kendrick isn't about Drake, because truth be told, he doesn't even like Drake that much anymore. This is all about the Super Bowl and the way everyone, including Wayne himself, saw what went down. He was supposed to be the headliner since the game was in NOLA, his hometown. Everyone assumed it was a done deal until the NFL hit him with a psych and announced Kendrick instead. When the news broke that Kendrick Lamar would be headlining, Wayne didn't hold back. He took to social media to let the world know just how much the snub stung. It was clear he felt overlooked and disrespected, especially considering his legacy in the game. And Wayne didn't try to hide his feelings. He made sure his followers knew exactly how much the decision hurt. First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay on just the delay. I had to gather myself. I had to find the strength to do this without breaking. I have to say thank you. Thank you to every voice, every opinion, all of you, the care, the love, the support. It meant everything. Your words became arms that held me up when I felt like falling. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown and for automatically assuming that spot was mine, like someone had told me it was guaranteed. While many fans saw Wayne's reaction as him humbly expressing his disappointment, not everyone took it that way. Some felt that by making it about himself, he unintentionally overshadowed Kendrick's moment. It didn't take long for Kendrick to respond, and it was clear he shared that same feeling. On his album, GNX, Kendrick made a subtle reference to Wayne on the track Whacked Out Girls. The name drop was a clear sign that Kendrick wasn't happy with how things unfolded, only adding more tension to their already complicated relationship. Kendrick said, "No, I'm possessed by a spirit, and they can't take it. Used to bump the Carter 3 with my Raleigh chain proud." Irony, I think the hard work let Lil Wayne down, whatever though. Call me crazy, everybody questionable, turn me to an Eskimo. I drew the line in decimals. Snoop posted tailor-made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it was on. Only right for me to let it go. Won the Super Bowl and ain't the only one congratulating me. All these expletive agitated. I'm just glad they showing their faces. Quite frankly, plenty artists think they outdated old head flows, trying to convince me that they're my favorite. The lyrics were anything but subtle. Kendrick acknowledged his respect for Thought Carter III, but didn't hold back from throwing shade at Wayne, implying that despite all the hard work, he still let Wayne down. The lines about outdated artists pushing to stay relevant made it clear that Kendrick saw himself as part of the new wave, while some veterans were clinging to the past. It was a direct shot, and there was no mistaking who it was aimed at. But Wayne clearly caught the shade. While some people argued that Kendrick wasn't really dissing him, Wayne saw it differently. He tweeted, "Man, what the F I do? I just be chilling and they still coming for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love. Asterisk, asterisk." Yeah, he definitely got the message, and he was ready for all the smoke with Kendrick. He wasn't backing down. However, not all fans were on board with Wayne's reaction. Some thought he was making a bigger deal out of it than necessary, like one person who said, "You said the Super Bowl was taken from you when it wasn't promised in the first place, and never congratulated the artist who looked up to you and worked hard for himself to get it. But now, it's what the F I do?" And another person tweeted, "I mean, don't act like you didn't speak on the Super Bowl multiple times and say that it got taken away from you. How would you feel if you actually did get the nod and someone else kept talking about how it got stolen from them instead of just congratulating them?" But what made Wayne's tweet even more bizarre was that not long before, he had sat down for an interview with sports broadcaster Skip Bayless. During that conversation, he seemed to completely flip the script, acknowledging and even expressing understanding of the NFL's decision not to choose him as the headliner. This made his emotional tweet about the snub feel somewhat contradictory. On one hand, he was clearly hurt and vocal about it on social media, but on the other, he had already accepted the situation with a level of calm and reasoning during the interview, something that didn't quite match the tone of his online outburst. Fans were left scratching their heads, wondering why he reacted so strongly on Twitter after appearing so composed just before. During the interview, Skip Bayless brought up the topic directly, saying, "Okay, speaking of the Super Bowl, I gotta hit you with this because this is just me and I do love you. But I just remain baffled and angry over why the NFL did not choose you to play halftime of a Super Bowl that's going to be in your hometown. And I know you went through a lot with it, but now that your feelings have settled some, how do you explain their choosing not to ask you?" Well, so I give you two, I give you both. So when I say I give you my general answer, then I give you the personal. So generally, I explain it generally. I just believe that, they, for whatever reason, I believe that it's over my head, meaning that's, don't know why, period. But that wasn't all. Wayne also seemed to understand why Kendrick name-dropped him in GNX, and instead of reacting defensively, he took a more mature approach. Rather than firing back, he acknowledged the reasons behind Kendrick's decision, showing a level of awareness that many didn't expect. But what really caught fans off guard was when Wayne revealed that he had actually spoken to Kendrick before the performance and wished him well. This revelation seemed to contradict the tension that had been building between them, making many wonder if Wayne's frustration was more about the timing and public perception of the snub rather than any real personal animosity. During the interview, Wayne was asked directly, "Lamar, you know what his lyrics were about? You what? Can you explain that?" Wayne responded, "That was my first time hearing it, but I think he just, I think he's a fan. Like, I'm a fan of his music. He's a fan. I think he's definitely a fan of yours. Yeah, so I think he just means by he saw what everybody else saw. Like, he saw how much it meant to me. I think that's all he means is that, I don't think it, we're speaking, obviously, he can't control that." So it seemed like both men had already settled whatever was going on between them back in 2024. For a moment, it looked like the beef was finally over. In fact, insiders even claimed that the NFL had apologized to Lil Wayne for the snub, making it seem like things were finally put to rest. A source said the NFL immediately sent Wayne a letter of apology. Bayless revealed from nobody in particular, just from the league, on an NFL letterhead, a letter that Wayne thanked him for his years of supporting the league, not just the Packers, his favorite team, but supporting and promoting the NFL in general, which he has. I mean, he makes weekly appearances on the NFL Sunday pregame show, NFL Game Day morning on the NFL Network, but he will not play Sunday's halftime show, and he definitely will not watch a second of Sunday's halftime show. He will watch the game, but not the halftime show. Not 1 second. An anonymous NFL employee confirmed this, saying, "A mistake was made, and we regret the choice that was made. Lil Wayne should have been the first option, as he is from New Orleans. And we know there was a clear motivation for him to do a unique show in his town." However, the NFL insider also mentioned that moving forward, the organization wants to prioritize artists with a stronger connection to the city hosting the game. Lil Wayne was the obvious choice, and the decision made wasn't the best one at all. Another insider said, "I mean, New Orleans is Lil Wayne's city. He's done so much. It would have been amazing for him to perform at the halftime show, to show his love and feel the love from his hometown. The choice was clearly the wrong one, and now the goal is to make sure this mistake doesn't happen again." So, it turns out Lil Wayne had more people on his side than we initially thought. This likely explains why he got so salty, realizing just how close he was to headlining. And now, it looks like he's gearing up for a major comeback, including a possible clapback at Kendrick. But Wayne had fans on high alert when he dropped a teaser before the Super Bowl, hinting that something big was on the way. His cryptic message sent social media into a frenzy, with everyone eagerly speculating about what he might be announcing. Known for his unpredictability, Wayne had people guessing as the anticipation grew. Y'all know I'm not going to be there this week, which means I guess there's a seat to fill. Shout out to New Orleans, but I've been working on something very special. I got something exciting coming for you Thursday the 6th, but on February 6th, 2025, Wayne finally dropped the bombshell fans had been waiting for, the big news. He announced that he's been working on a new album, set to release on June 6th, 2025. Naturally, his loyal followers were thrilled, excited to see Weezy gearing up for a major comeback. But it wasn't just the announcement itself, it was the way he delivered the news that really got people talking. Wayne made the announcement through a quirky and attention-grabbing promo, but what really caught people's attention was how he used the moment to take direct shots at the Super Bowl snub. Instead of brushing it off, he leaned into the controversy, making it clear he wasn't letting it slide. The move felt like more than just an album reveal, it came across as a statement. It was as if he was using the promo not only to hype up his upcoming project, but also to air out some lingering frustrations in the most public way possible. "Wayne, it's a different direction this time, but we have another focus. Yo, pass me CI, let's go. Hey, we still going? Nah, this is time sensitive, let's get it now." Even though Lil Wayne seems to be taking the high road for now, many fans are convinced he's got something lined up for Kendrick on his upcoming album. Rumor has it that a few months ago, Wayne was in the studio recording a response to Kendrick's GNX, and it's got the streets buzzing. Fans are eagerly waiting to see if Weezy will address the tension head on. But to add even more fuel to the fire, Joe Budden revealed that after GNX dropped, Wayne actually reached out to Kendrick in an attempt to clear the air. But apparently, Kendrick never answered Wayne's call. According to Budden, that's when Wayne decided to hit the booth and lay down a response. If these rumors are true, we might be in for some serious heat when the album drops. One thing is clear, the tension between them is far from over. Yeah, Mr. Peekaboo might want to stay alert because we all know Lil Wayne doesn't mess around when it comes to diss tracks. And this time, Kendrick might have just met his match with Squeezy F Baby. Please say the baby. But I gotta know, what do y'all think about this matchup? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Super Bowl halftime, and don't forget to check out the next video.